This weekend's top stories are Japanese Pop Culture Society, Bid Day, and the looming strike. Welcome to the news at Rider. I'm Steph Chartel. Students on Thursday night had the opportunity to go and see Ratatouille at 7:30 p.m. in the Bart Luigi Center. Next week's movie is Transformers and will run from Thursday at the same time till Saturday night. The Japanese Pop Culture Society meets every Thursday at 8 p.m. in the Science Lecture Hall, room 102. They talk about present-day Japan from music listening, movie watching, and anime viewing. Samantha Sutton has the details.
This Thursday, students gathered to participate in activities related to present-day Japan.
We meet every Thursday and we discuss different elements of Japanese pop culture, from the music to the movies to the television series, from TV dramas to just about anything that can fit under that realm of pop culture that happens to come from Japan. And then we focus that into individual meetings.
It's about fashion, it's about music, it's about animation, also about television shows, everything that comes from Japan that most Americans don't get to see these days.
During the meeting, they spoke about the differences between American and Japanese society.
Actually, this meeting that we're having today is all about how Americans change what comes out of Japan, namely with the animation, what's been inspired by Japanese animation.
Anime in Japan is geared towards an adult audience, while in the United States it is edited for younger children, taking out violence, sexual references, as well as homosexuality.
To me, starting with anime, it shows basically that it's not just a cartoon. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, is that it's a lot different from American animation. So most of it does have a more serious role to it.
We are not trying to look at Japanese culture from an American standpoint, nor are we trying to say one is better from the other. So generally we've gotten a very, very good review.
The Japanese Pop Culture Society is always open to new individuals. New members are always welcome to participate in their upcoming events. This is Samantha Sutton reporting for Channel 20 News at Rider.
On Friday at 11:30 a.m., a plankton ecology speaker series was planned. The topics have a plankton twist. They also deal with general topics in biology and ecology. The lectures are held in room 109 in the Science Building. They run from now until November 30th. The parking lot next to the bookstore was busy not only with cars, but soap suds this past Friday. From 12 to 5, the Rider Serves group ran a car wash to benefit the Parkinson's Foundation. Minding Our Business held a fundraiser this past Friday at 909 Bellevue Avenue in Trenton. This group takes inner-city children and tries to teach them about businesses and how important leadership is in that field. The donation for the fun-filled night was $150 per person. After paying the amount, the people who donated money were given food, cocktails, and music throughout the night. Bronc Bingo was in full swing again this Friday at 10 p.m. in Daly's Dining Hall. Students gathered for bingo and big prizes. Gina Grasso has the story.
Tonight, students gathered at Daly's Dining Hall for a game of festive Halloween bingo.
Tonight, this bingo was called the Bronctober edition, so we kind of focused in on Halloween and that end of things. The first bingo was more of back to school, dorm stuff, and this one's kind of getting you excited for Halloween at the end of the month. So each month we try and have sort of a little bit of a theme to it.
The Office of Campus Life hosted this event, giving students a chance to compete for various prizes.
Well, basically they give me a budget and they say, Michelle, you pick the prize for Bronc Bingo. I go out, buy the prizes, hopefully that people will like. And the biggest prize is a brand new redesigned iPod Nano.
Winning the iPod Nano was not the only reason for the students' attendance.
This is just a great way, get a bunch of friends over and say, hey, let's go hang out, play some bingo, maybe win some prizes, and have some good time.
Our friends.
Yeah.
Oh my God, to be with my sisters. It's really exciting. I love it. It's fun to be here and play games. I don't know.
Rider softball, represent, we always come to stuff like this, so try and support the school.
The night quickly got started as students started winning these Halloween goodies.
I got really excited when I won.
Me too.
I won, so I'm really excited. I like to win.
The game became intense as the prizes started to disappear.
Our table's having some pretty rough luck. We're not getting anything going. We've had maybe 2 of us standing at the same time. but we're hoping to improve in the second half and see if we can make out with some good prizes.
After the final winner received her prize, Michelle gave the details for next month's bingo.
The next bingo is in November. We're not sure of the date or the theme yet, but as soon as we find out, we'll put out the publicity for that.
This is Gina Grasser reporting for Channel 20 News at Rider.
Bid Day celebrations started early this Saturday and ran throughout the rest of the night. Matt Semmel and Gina Grasso were there to cover all of the events.
I'm here on the balcony of the BLC where the Greek community is gathered to celebrate Bid Day. Each house is gathered to welcome their prospective new members into the Greek community.
Bid Day is the day when all of the fraternities and sororities on campus give out their invitations to membership. We do have an open recruitment, so a lot of chapters will continue to give bids out, but the majority of them are given out on Bid Day.
This ceremony, also referred to as the balcony, is a tradition of the new member process here at Rider.
It's been going on for as long as I've been here, and it was a tradition that we had also when I was a student, which was about 12 years ago, so it's at least that long.
Many Greeks call this their favorite day of the semester because of the sense of excitement that comes from new members.
I think that the way that we continue to keep our fraternities and sororities going is by giving out bids to membership. And so it's a very exciting time when you're welcoming new people in who are going to be the future of your organization. You know, they're people who hopefully share your same values and share the things that you want your organization to be. So it's very exciting to grow and see your organization become stronger.
We like to look for leadership, a lot of quality skills that build human beings. You know, obviously grades play a large part in the new member process, so we look for intelligent leadership, people who, you know, are going to prosper in the Greek community.
From the balcony of the BLC, this is Matt Semmel reporting for Channel 20 News at Rider.
Directly after the balcony ceremony, the Greek community headed over to the barbecue, which is sponsored by the Office of Greek Life and the Dean of Students. The purpose of this barbecue was to give Greeks an alternative to drinking on a holiday which was widely recognized for hazardous behavior.
I think the change was necessary, you know, given all the cultural changes that are happening at Rider. I think Greek life is a vital part of leadership development and growing and helping people grow during their college years. I think this is an important change because it really makes us move in a more positive direction and helps us really focus on Greek values and Greek ideals. And I think that was important for us in order to move forward in the Greek life.
Even though the tradition of Bid Day is changing, the Greek community still came together to celebrate.
The Bid Day obviously needed to be restructured from past, so we got together with a committee in the IFC and find ways to make it a celebration of joining an organization, celebration of brotherhood and sisterhood. So this barbecue and the event tonight at the Kavala Room is sort of a start of a new tradition, a new culture that really focuses on celebrating the Greek spirit, celebrating what it means to be, you know, brothers and sisters, and so that it also shows the unity of all the Greeks on campus as opposed to, you know, the isolated parts of each chapter.
This year is a lot different. Because of all the changes recently and all the recent tragedy, we have been doing a lot more as a community, and this barbecue is definitely a start of something good for us, and it's bringing us all together, so it's definitely a good change.
This is Gina Grasser reporting from the Bid Day Barbecue for Channel 20 News at Rider.
I'm here in the Kavala Room where the Greek community is once again gathered to celebrate Bid Day. The Office of Greek Life has provided programming all day for Greeks.
Tonight is the first ever Bid Day Kavala Room dance party.
These programs are the university's alternatives to other parties that used to take place, such as mixers and date nights.
As a Greek community, we're trying to respond to the task force recommendations. One of the recommendations was that there was no more parties in the Greek houses or in any residence on campus. That was a big change for Bid Day. And so we worked as hard as we could to provide something that wasn't too lame, but that would bring the community together and really celebrate what today is all about, which is the new members, and welcoming them into our community with open arms. So that's what tonight is about, and hopefully those new members feel like this is what they're getting into is going to be a really fun time.
The event was closely monitored by public safety, and Greeks even had to check in.
We like to have public safety present at all these student social events throughout the year. So it's not just focusing on this event, we do it throughout the year. We want to make sure the students have a fun, safe event, and that the people who they want to attend are able to attend. So we're really there to provide assistance and not a deterrent.
The dance party had music, food, a banner contest, and an opportunity once again for Greeks to come together.
I think tonight is going pretty well. I think that some of the students are surprised at how fun it is to have a party without alcohol, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Actually, I couldn't be more happy. I'm thrilled that everybody's here and they continue to be here after a few hours of just hanging out and having a good time.
I think today went amazing. I mean, there was a chance, that it could have been different, and all our organizations really stepped up and made this event something to remember. And we hope that this will continue on and become a tradition in its own right.
You know what? I was really nervous about coming because I didn't think it was going to be that cool. I had such a great time.
It's going very well. Awesome. It's awesome.
Reporting from Bid Day in the Kavala Room, this has been Matt Semmel for Channel 20 News at Rider.
If interested in Greek life, contact the Director of Greek Life, Ada Badgley, in the Office of Campus Life. Also this Saturday, the Starbucks Live Music Series was in full swing. Andrew Vladeck came to Rider to sing to any students who wanted to enjoy some Starbucks and listen to some great music. The possibility of a strike has become a very real factor to Rider's faculty and students. Gina Grasso has the details.
In order to get a real understanding of the possibility of a strike, I was able to talk to Dr. Jeffrey Halpern, the head negotiator of the AAUP, who first explained the purpose of this union.
The main purpose is to forward the interests of the profession, both in terms of academic freedom, governance of universities and colleges, and the economic status of the profession.
Well, the benefits of being in the union are many. One is having job security and a contract that protects you as well as every other member of the union. So in other words, it's an equitable contract, so everybody's treated the same. And there's no room for bias or favoritism or special privilege or the like. Additional benefits go to things such as governance, making sure that the university and the professors are working jointly for the betterment of the students and the curriculum as a whole. And without the contract, it really would give the faculty no power or authority to maintain the necessary control of not just their classes, but the overall curriculum and the programs that we offer.
During the interview, Halpern explained the union's views of why neither side was able to reach an agreement.
Things went wrong. One was that the university came with what we would describe and do describe as fairly radical proposals to change the existing set of rules and regulations that govern. I think because we have a new provost and a new president, they came in not having been part of that evolution and looking to make some dramatic changes, which we feel are inappropriate. So that was one problem, a very extensive list of demands. The second was that at least for the first 8-9 negotiating sessions, the university's negotiators were not responsive. We would talk and we would make some movement and they would not. When we asked questions, they would come back with, we'll have to get back to you.
Students can be found working studiously all over campus. Is the strike fair to them?
It would be a necessary, uncomfortable situation. I say necessary because when you get to that level of bargaining, is unified, meaning all the members really do believe in principle on the same issue, and the university is not in agreement with that. The faculty really don't have a lot of resources to move that other than to refuse to work under the current circumstances. So I say an unfortunate necessary because while it would be uncomfortable in the immediate moment if there were a strike, and I remain optimistic that that will be avoided, but if there were a strike and it would cause discomfort for students in the short term, I think it would last a very short period of time, and in the long run, the university as a whole will be much stronger. The faculty will reconfirm their commitment to the students, and in the long run, they will receive a better education for sure.
Nick Ballasy was able to get Dean Campbell's perspective regarding the situation.
All I can say, from what I'm aware, is that neither side wants a strike. I think both sides are very committed to a fair and equitable resolution of the issues. We we have had a good working relationship with our faculty, and I know that both sides want this to come out and work it without any kind of action.
Dr. Donald Stephen denied in an interview, saying that the collective bargaining process works best when the discussions remain in the negotiating room and across the table, and that our recent negotiating sessions have been positive and productive, and we have every reason to believe they will continue to be so. The university recognizes that our faculty are essential to Rider's success, and we take their needs, role in shared governance, and the bargaining process very seriously. We are confident that negotiations will result in an agreement that reflects our regard for the faculty and Rider's continued progress under university's strategic plan.
This last week on Friday, we agreed to extend on a week-by-week basis, so that we're extended till next Monday. We both agreed that we would give a week's notice to the other side of our intent to end the contract, and that would mean we would be out on strike.
So there is still a possibility of a strike?
Oh, yes.
And
strike is a very real possibility still.
Stay tuned to Rider's website for updates on the union negotiations. This weekend in sports, the Lady Broncs were busy in volleyball and soccer. Both teams faced off against St. Peter's. Then on Sunday, the soccer team played once again, but this time against the Manhattan Jaspers. Now for the 4-day weather forecast. Monday, partly cloudy with a high of 84 and a low of 66. Tuesday, thunderstorms with a high of 85 and a low of 59. Wednesday, isolated thunderstorms with a high of 72 and a low of 51. And on Thursday, partly cloudy with a high of 66 and a low of 51. This has been the Weekend News Update. For the entire Rider University Network, I'm Steph Chartel. Have a great week.